Professor, welcome to Australia. Since your arrival, there has been some uproar again in the Armenian community living here. What's your reaction to that? You must be familiar with similar response and similar pressures from the groups wherever you go visit and talk about this issue.
Well, my response is that these people are cowards. They're afraid of debate, afraid of discussion. They don't want people to know the truth. At least they don't want people to know the other side. And that's all you can say. It's something that everyone who believes in free speech has to be against. Even if you disagree with me, even if you agree with the Armenians, you still should believe in free speech. You should believe in the right of people to say what they think is true.
And how does it personally affect you? Like, I mean, besides the last-minute itinerary changes, such as the one we have here, like you were bound for somewhere else and had to come here. How does it affect you?
The people who have invited us here have done a very good job. They have done all the arrangements and everything. And so in terms of my own problem, it's more psychological. No one likes to think that people hate them. No one likes to think that they're against them. But we have to keep on going. You know, we have to keep on doing our job. So I would say the effect on me has not been great so far. Hopefully it won't be great.
And these people are mainly like, okay, we say ordinary Armenians living in diaspora mainly against you, but you also get a lot of criticism from your peers in academia. How does that affect you? Like, they don't seem to be criticizing you in scientific methodology, but rather there is some sort of a emotional uproar against your studies.
Yeah, well, I think that the people who are causing the trouble here, who are causing us to change venues, I don't think those are ordinary Armenians. Those are Armenian propagandists. They're Armenian nationalist pressure groups. I think ordinary Armenians probably have nothing to do with this at all. When it comes to the academics who criticize me, well, as long as they're willing to debate, as long as they're willing to discuss, then that's a good thing. It's good to have free and open discussion. Unfortunately, a lot of these people don't want to talk about the facts. They just want to talk emotion. Many of these people are against anything that the Turkish government would be in favor of, for instance. Many of these people have their own ideological motivations. But those who are good scholars, who simply disagree with me, that's very welcome. That's a good thing.
Is there enough of it? Because it seems like on this issue, especially, there seems to be emotions are overwhelming the academia scholars instead of the facts. I don't see the two sides debating, isn't it?
There are a number of people who have decided that, especially in Turkey, there are a number who have decided that they will simply oppose certain things. Most of these people do not talk about the facts. For instance, a very well-known critic of me and of others like me has first of all said there was an Armenian genocide, and then he's tried to explain, well, why did the Turks do this? Well, I don't think that's the way to approach it. The way to approach it is first to study the facts and see if there was an Armenian genocide. Then you can talk about the reasons, you could talk about, but as a matter of fact, of course, I think that once you study and look at the facts, you'll find that there wasn't an Armenian genocide. What there was a terrible time in which Turks and Kurds and Armenians and Jews and Greeks all died in great numbers.
So the focus of attention might be reconsidered among the academia, especially in Turkey. Is that what you're saying? Like, we should first try to assess what really happened, then we should try to access enough documents from both sides, and
we should debate. We should approach this like scholars, like historians, like we would any other topic. We should study the archival documents. We should look at it. We should discuss it. We should debate. Unfortunately, the people who are against me and against people like me, they won't talk to us. They won't debate. They won't discuss. They don't act like real historians. And so consequently, it's very difficult to do, but we keep on hoping that that's going to change. We hope that there will be open, clear discussion.
Out of just curiosity, how did this interest for you started becoming such a polarizing figure?
Yeah.
Like, it's a very sentimental topic worldwide. It's a hard topic to choose.
Well,
how did you decide to choose it?
Many times you don't choose the topic chooses you. When I was a PhD student, I began to work on population. My technical field is demography, and I studied the population of Muslims, of Turks and others, in the time of World War I. And once I started looking at it, I found all these dead Turks. I found almost 3 million Turks had died during the war. And I started to say, what is this? I hadn't heard about this. So I started writing about that, and then I started looking into why these Turks had died, and found that Armenians indeed had been killed by Turks, but Turks had also been killed by Armenians and by Greeks and by French and by British and others, that it wasn't just warfare, it was regular people who were killed. And so I started to write about what happened, and especially what happened to all the millions of Turks and other Muslims who were forced out of their homes, who were murdered in great numbers. And I really wasn't interested so much in talking about Armenians as I was in talking about Muslims, because their history had not been known. And so I started to work on that. But actually, I'm an Ottoman historian and a Turkish historian. I study Ottoman history, and most of my books are not on Armenians at all. Most of my books are about the Ottoman Empire at the end of the empire and the beginning of the Turkish Republic. And here in Australia, one of the television stations had said I was traveling the world to deny the Armenian genocide. In fact, I haven't even spoken about it in the last 2 years approximately. So this is the first time in some time that I've talked about it. I'm really a historian, like other historians.
Finally, how does it, like, they often, they often try to resemble you with David Irwin, the Holocaust denier. What would you, how does it make you feel?
Well,
sorry, excuse me. Yeah, sorry.
It makes me feel very bad. It makes me feel angry, because the Holocaust of the Jews is one of the most documented, well-known, understood horrible things in human history. And I do not deny that Holocaust in any way. To say that I am like him is, oh, it's like being compared to the devil. I hate it. I don't think I'm anything like that. And it's easy for them to make these insults. What I say is, if you believe these things are true, then sit down, debate, discuss. But to just give insults, that helps no one. All it does is it makes people angry. So for me, the important thing is to not be angry, to be calm, to say to myself, these people are not very smart. These people a lot of times have no courage at all. These people don't know the facts, and so they give insults instead. And I just have to say, okay, forget it. Keep on doing your work. You know, keep on going on, trying to do the right thing, and hope that these people will someday decide that they have to debate.
Do you think world academia, world scholars will be able to convene a credible conference about what happened in Turkey?
Absolutely.
Before 2015? Because this seems to be...
No, I think that it will not happen because they will refuse to do it. The Armenian pressure groups have decided that their solution should be political, that they should only use political effects. They won't deal with scholarship. They won't deal with that at all. There will not be. It's unfortunate. For a time, there seemed like it might be. When the protocols were signed between Turkey and Armenia, it seemed like they might be having an actual commission that would study these things. But today, people won't meet. So, no, I'm afraid it won't happen. I wish it would, but I don't think it will.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
No.